The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Fields now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw in Bill was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 57 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On second down, Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it one a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rolling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here's Fields.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So problems with air passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
The subtotal part of this is like the quarterback is simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The
Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's Cousins on the sneak, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
From the 24, Fields finds Kmet on the quick slant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
His throw incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 62 yards. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And they're just looking really close.
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is Cook inside the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cousins now.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to put the football away. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. That time a 6-play drive, and it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 30 on second down.
Fields will get this underneath to Montgomery.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So we've come.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll throw again. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring him second and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Back to throw, Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch.
And he'll get nothing out of that. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play fake. Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds. Past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bumble. But they allow the conversion. Cousins on 1st down. That is caught by Thielen. And he takes this one down to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, north of 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook, with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Fields on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Fields. Out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On first down, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Second and 10, Fields again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The offense on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Rolling to his left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been won for the Bills. And we went to the fourth quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. To about the 35, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
first down. Here's the run with Cook.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They run again on first down. Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up. You and I both know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now Fields, and he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Again, Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, a 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing here, Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cousins now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.